Hey guys, my name is Sam, and welcome back to another case study with me. Today we're diving deep into a chilling and complex case that will leave you shocked. This case involves love, betrayal, psychological manipulation, and a gruesome crime that shattered lives forever. On March 18th of 2025, a seemingly normal video call took a terrifying turn. Muskan Rastogi was speaking to her parents, but something was clearly wrong. Her voice cracked, panic overtook her, and within moments she was crying uncontrollably. Her mother, sensing distress, asked, "Sweetie, is everything okay? Did you fight with Saurabh?" Through her broken words, Muskan barely managed to whisper, "I'll come home and tell you." Her mother's heart raced. She urged her daughter, "Come home right now. Whatever it is, we'll solve it together." Shortly after, Muskan arrived at her mother's house. As soon as the door opened, she collapsed into her mother's arms, sobbing uncontrollably. Her mother, confused and terrified, held her tightly and asked, "What happened, sweetie?" Muskan's tear-filled eyes looked up, and with a trembling voice she whispered, "Mom, my husband is gone." Chapter 1. The background Muskan's early life. Muskan Rastogi was born and raised in Meerut, Uttar Pradesh, in a middle-class family. She was adored by her parents and led a seemingly normal life. She attended school in Meerut, where she was an active child, though there's little information about her early years. What we do know is that from 1st to 8th grade, she studied in the same school, making her well acquainted with her classmates. One of those classmates was Sahil Shukla, another Meerut resident known for his good behavior. Though they never spoke during school, they were aware of each other's presence. After 8th grade, Muskan switched schools. The change left her feeling lost, and she struggled academically. She lacked direction, ambition, or any particular aspirations. It was during this uncertain phase that she met Saurabh Rastogi. Saurabh's story. Saurabh Rastogi, a young man from Meerut, was charming and ambitious. His name would later become central to this horrific case, but at the time he was simply a man in love. He reportedly worked abroad, with news articles initially claiming he was a merchant navy officer stationed in London. However, this was later revealed to be untrue. He actually worked in a bakery. Despite his modest job, Saurabh was deeply devoted to Muskan. From the moment he met her, he fell in love. Their relationship quickly escalated, leading to marriage. It was a love marriage, and as expected, both families initially opposed it. But Saurabh and Muskan were determined. In 2016, they tied the knot and moved into a rented apartment in Meerut. Their early married life was filled with love and promise. However, cracks soon began to appear. The struggles begin. At first, their relationship seemed strong. Saurabh, despite his frequent trips to London, made every effort to ensure Muskan never felt lonely. They were eventually blessed with a daughter, which brought them immense joy. However, as time passed, reality set in. Financial difficulties plagued them. With Saurabh's true profession being a far cry from the prestigious merchant navy officer claim, money became a constant source of tension. Arguments became routine, and resentment grew. Then in 2019, everything changed. Chapter 2. The Affair. Rekindling an Old Acquaintance. In 2019, Muskan was added to a WhatsApp group for her old school friends. Among them was Sahil Shukla. At first, their conversations were light-hearted, filled with nostalgia. However, as Muskan's marriage crumbled, Sahil became her emotional refuge. Their chats became more frequent than secretive. Soon, they were meeting in person. What started as a harmless reconnection turned into something much darker, an affair. Sahil's trouble passed. Sahil was no longer the well-behaved student Muskan once knew. His life had taken a dark turn. After losing his mother, he spiraled into depression, began using drugs excessively, and even dabbled in black magic. His room was reportedly filled with occult symbols, hinting at a disturbed mind. Muskan, instead of distancing herself, saw an opportunity. She played on Sahil's vulnerabilities, manipulating him. She created a fake Snapchat account, posing as Sahil's deceased mother, and convinced him that killing Saurabh was the only way they could be together. Chapter 3. The Murder Fails End. Attempts. On February 25, 2025, Muskan attempted to poison Saurabh's drink. He, however, did not consume it. Undeterred, she tried again on March 3rd, lacing his food with sedatives. This time, he fell unconscious. She immediately contacted Sahil. What followed was pure horror. The crime. Sahil arrived at the apartment that night. Together, they brutally stabbed Saurabh multiple times, but their crime didn't end there. In a gruesome attempt to cover up the murder, they dismembered his body and stuffed the remains into a drum filled with cement. Thinking they had successfully covered their tracks, Muskan and Sahil fled to Shimla for a short getaway. During this time, they used Saurabh's phone to message his sister, pretending he was still alive. However, upon their return, guilt and fear consumed Muskan. She broke down in front of her parents and confessed everything. Shocked and horrified, they took her to the police. Chapter 4. The investigation and trial unraveling the truth. The police were immediately suspicious. As they investigated, they uncovered the shocking details: Muskan's affair, the fake Snapchat manipulation, and the brutal murder. Forensic reports confirmed the crime, and both Muskan and Sahil were arrested. During interrogations, they provided conflicting statements, but the evidence was undeniable. The legal battle and public reaction. Unlike other high-profile cases, this one didn't spark national outrage. However, Saurabh's family demanded justice. The trial began, with prosecutors painting Muskan as a manipulative mastermind and Sahil as her gullible accomplice. The court proceedings are ongoing, but one thing is clear. This was not just a crime of passion. It was a cold, calculated murder. Conclusion. This case highlights the darkest corners of human relationships. Love turned to betrayal, obsession leading to murder, and manipulation driving people to their worst deeds. As the trial continues, we'll keep you updated. For now, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next case study. Bye. If you enjoy true crime documentaries, subscribe for more.